Burlesque means a different thing to every single person, but for me, it's been a path to self-confidence. There's a freedom to it, a rebellious streak that burlesque has allowed me to develop. My name is Hazel Honeysuckle. I play the Green Fairy in Absinthe. I think that the wig is what makes me feel the most like the Green Fairy. I'm used to seeing my face in makeup for my burlesque career, but when I put the Green Fairy wig on, that is really what makes me feel like I am that character. She's not so different from me, just a little louder, probably. This is MINDFLIPS. It's usually only a few minutes until the kabuki falls. That way I get my first look at the whole of the audience. The feather drop signifies the trip into the world of Absinthe. I say hi to everyone, and then my song starts. The snap is the start of the interactive portion. I make sure to look into as many people's eyes as possible when I snap, and you can see them. Oh, she's looking at me, I'd better snap. The table is a big part of my act because it limits where I can move and how far I can move. It's like a silent partner in the act. I find it really impressive that I have not yet fallen off the table. I make all kinds of faces during the act. I don't just have one feeling about what I'm doing. This is not just a seduction. It's a tease, it's fierce, it's funny, it's so many different things, and I like my face to reflect that. So I come down, I get close to people, and some of them get nervous and some of them are grinning. That part's fun. I'll often choose a woman in a couple. They get a big kick out of it, and it means a lot to me to make both the men and the women comfortable in my act. I think it's really important that people realize that burlesque is not just for the men because boobs come out. It's for everybody. I think women sometimes get more out of it than the men do. The skirt comes around and has a big coat hook in the front, and then I tuck that under the front of my corset, which kind of hides it. So when I go to remove the skirt, I like to think that's a bit of a reveal because they haven't seen the hook. They don't know how the skirt's coming off. The audience is a huge part of the energy that I have on stage. Without the audience, I wouldn't have an act. It's a striptease. You're not teasing if you're not teasing anyone. In a lot of burlesque acts, you'll untie the corset and undo the laces as part of a seductive move, but we don't have the time for that. It's very freeing to take it off. It is a symbol of women being forced into certain roles. I always like to make a face at it when I throw it down the aisle. Like, screw you. The double zip underpants are a favorite piece of mine. I developed that pattern in New York for my own acts. The underpants come off in one slick move, then I fling it away like a slingshot. After that is the bra. The bra has a large hook in the back, so I undo that first, and I just take it off and I throw it. One thing I really enjoy about my act at Absinthe, most burlesque shows don't have a team of people to catch your items as you throw them. You don't want to throw your clothes in the middle of the audience because some people get a bit steely with costume pieces. People are dicks, what can I say? There's no place for jealousy on my stage. We're having a fun and sexy time and everyone's invited. Each of the Green Fairies have our own pasties. I've always worn pasties that I made myself here at the show. They're a personal costume piece. I use wig tape on my pasties. It's designed for skin and sweat, and it's always worked for me. So after everything's off, I wait for the applause, and then I twirl my tassels. The interesting thing about tassel twirling is it's not an inherently sexy move. It's a lot more of a rebellious thing to do. So that's how I feel, I think, when I twirl my tassels. This careless joy of shaking around, being naked and free and happy. The energy from the crowd feeds so much into what I do. On a really good night where the audience is just going crazy, I feel love and happiness and the freedom of doing something that I love. Oh, it's like a warm hug. I hope that the women that see my act go away feeling like they don't have to take things so seriously, that sexiness is fun. I am saving the world through boobs. No, burlesque isn't going to save the world, but it's gonna help us feel better while we try.